The township public meeting. All participants are not welcome for being recorded. This meeting is also being offered virtually utilizing Zoom, which is a cloud-based platform for remote video and audio conferencing. A Zoom application is free to the public. The general public is therefore able to join the meeting and is also able to observe the meeting on its YouTube channel. Please continue to check the township website calendar for any updates related to these public meetings. Agendas for these public meetings will also be available on the township's website. Please be reminded that this meeting is referred to the township's YouTube channel for viewing. The meeting will now proceed with the chairman calling the meeting to order and identifying all other members present in the meeting room and those joining the meeting via Zoom. The chairman will then confirm those members joining by Zoom can be heard.
Good evening and welcome to the Monday, January 6th meeting. We'll call this meeting to order and please join me in a pledge to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Joined by all the members are present in the room. So our first order of business is reorganization. And I'd like to appoint Mr. John Blowers as our temporary chairman for the purpose of reorganization.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Chairman. Appreciate that. So item number 3B, excuse me, is election of chairman. So are there any nominations for the position of chairman of the Industrial and Commercial Development Board?
Mr. Temporary Chairman, I would make a motion to elect Mr. Roger Rutt as chairman.
Second? Second. Okay. Then motion of Roger Rutt as chair for 2025 and seconded by Tim Lapp. Any further questions, comments? Any additional names? Okay, hearing none, I'll close the nominations. At this point, we have one nomination, Mr. Roger Rutt, motion by Mr. Demi, or nominated by Mr. Demi, and seconded by Mr. Lapp. All those in favor? Aye. Those opposed? And motion carries. Congratulations, Roger. Okay. Did I continue, Ethan, for election of vice chair, or should we pass it back to Mr. Chairman and let him do that?
Mr. Rutt can take over from me.
I'll be looking for nominations for the vice chairperson of this authority.
Make a motion to elect Mr. Tim Lapp as vice chair.
I would second that.
Any other names? Hearing none, motion to close the nominations.
Okay. Motion.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor of Tim Lapp to serve as vice chair of this committee, please say so.
Aye.
Opposed? Same. Okay, congratulations, Tim. Now nominations for secretary treasurer.
It's usually been
Staff.
Lucas been Patrick staff in the past, both of those. Would you like to who wants to be the we'll take it. All right. I'll make a motion to appoint Mr. Ralph Hutchinson as the secretary and treasurer.
Second.
Hearing no other nominations, now vote for Ralph Hutchison as secretary treasurer representing township staff.
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining. Congratulations, Ralph. Now on to the assistant.
Redo that, you should recognize.
But that, we're prepared. We're prepared. We have to redo that. We're prepared.
We got that one.
open nominations for Assistant Secretary Treasurer.
Motion to appoint Tara Hitchens as the Assistant Secretary, Assistant Treasurer.
Second. Any other names? Hearing none, motion to close the nominations.
So move.
Vote, those in favor, saying aye for Tara Hitchens for Assistant Secretary Treasurer.
Aye.
Opposed? Staying very one. Congratulations, Tara. Comment on non-agenda items. None online. Moving on to the consent agenda. We have approval of the January 6th, 2025 meeting agenda and approval of the October 7th, 2024 regular meeting minutes.
Motion to approve the consent agenda.
Second.
All those in favor of approving the consent agenda?
Aye.
Opposed, abstaining, hearing none, it's approved. Old and unfinished business. Ralph, do you want to update them in the report?
Sure, there isn't much report. We have much on the break. More here, we did some efforts to make contact with property owner on the east end of the corridor. Related to the gateway, but it's not so far in. Wayfinding, likewise, we have not yet reapproached PennDOT on that project, so just been bogged down with other things.
Is the swing, there's a farm on that east end. Is it, they're just not responding to us, or?
Ethan and Tara, I went out late summer-ish, I think, and met with the tenant on the farm, who's a family member, I believe, but directed us to the property owner who has property on Eastbrook Road, not on the farm. So the father-in-law, I believe.
Okay.
So we haven't yet been able to make that connection.
Be nice to see it make headway and move along if, if it's staff time or, staffing needs or whatever, if there's way to even just, repurpose budgetary dollars for a consultant to help move it along or something, just to see it keep going. I was talking to somebody on, Christmas Eve over at Zimmerman's Hardware. And it's a farm on Rockville Road. And you just kind of wanted to know about the development on Rockville, at the Rockville outlet site. And he had a lot of questions about, some things he'd been reading over the years about what was going on with Lincoln Highway. And he, didn't recall totally, but he said something like, yeah, wasn't there like this huge plan to redo Route 30? And I gave him an update on the line paintings and the light, poles and things. Didn't have as much to give him as I would like to. And he said, boy, it's certainly nice to get something done with that side of there by Pep Boys, I'm trying to get that up. So somebody who's not all involved was actually commenting and referencing it. So I, we couldn't see, resources go in that direction. Like,
How many years out was the plan now? Is the vision plan for the whole landscape? And I mean, are we talking 2028? What? Was there ever a timeline laid out? Okay.
Monitor sort of high, medium, low type priorities, and we've been working on those priorities in that order. In the next, I'm going to say in the next couple of years, it will be rather dramatic, significant, obvious changes out there that people will be able to see. And the authority did take the steps with consultant help on the bid. So that's been the primary work effort in the recent months.
Yeah, no, and that's good. I did tell him, we've got some, strong support in some of the business owners for a bid, but, you know, had to go back out to the community again. So, I mean, I don't know, Tim, I guess we talked about it probably as a board of supervisors at the time. Was this a 10 or 20-year plan?
Yes.
You know, and that's what we came up with, like, yes. You know, it's 170 million? What was it?
I think it was ultimately over 200.
Okay. Yeah, 77 million or something at one point was.
In 2015 dollars.
Is that what it was? 2015? Oh, my God. So it's been 10 years.
That's it.
Yes.
PennDOT has this 12-year plan that, you know, that is.
Yeah. We'll be on the second 12-year. All right, thanks. Appreciate it.
Any other questions on the branding, gateway features and wayfinding?
And are we dead set against any other property? Or is that just the only property that we would see as the best gateway to the?
We actually tried a prior property.
Okay.
Closer to the east.
Okay.
Near the diner,
Yep.
and the property owner declined.
Okay. Okay.
This was the next property
Understood.
to be looked at.
Looked at a billboard, I think, too, did we not? Wasn't that corner billboard, didn't we look at that at the Wawa, the old Wawa parking lot, you know?
We did inquire about.
Yeah, they
About that.
said they did not want to give it up. They weren't interested in letting it go or something, so we looked at that. I think it was 2 or 3 locations, I think, or something else.
Yeah, that's sort of the next one that we've identified that would be the primary. If that one falls through, we'd have to probably move a little further east. I think there are a few properties up there that would be willing.
Yeah, cool.
Oh,
To the east of
Corey,
the,
I wonder if they would. Corey,
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking.
you know,
But
They've got that parcel right there.
beautiful what they've done to that property too. So, but
feasible on that, maybe on the west corner of their property or something. Anyway,
yeah.
the bid is obviously, you know, that seems to be the.
Yep.
Yep.
somebody asked me about the western part of this project. How are we gonna get a roundabout to the old Pep Boys? And I said, every plan I've looked at, there's no roundabout.
That's correct.
It's staring you right in the face there.
Somebody was
Hmm.
dreaming or something. I said, there's no roundabout out there.
Yeah, West Lane, Peter, Roxville Road and Strasburg projects, maybe that's what you're thinking. This is an L about. This is a term, right? So,
Okay, moving on to business improvement district bid with Catherine. Ralph, you're involved, Ethan, you've been involved, Mr. Catherine, any update?
So I know staff he's been busy. I've tried to reach out to him and staff has as well, so we've not gotten an update. I'm hoping to try to get a call with him. I'll probably just stop emailing and texting and just call him and see if we can get a hard timeline. All of the paperwork has been completed and reviewed by the attorney. He just has to finalize the pieces, have staff review it, and then all the letters should be ready to mail. So the bulk of the work is done. Now it's a process of getting those into the mail. And once that happens, then answering people's questions that come up. So there'll be an informational meeting and then a public hearing scheduled as part of that mailing.
Okay, no new business to discuss. Action items, we'll have to approve the budget. Ralph, do you have any?
Yeah, I would just say that, you know, those work items, the gateway features and wayfinding project are all in the budget, including. So those things are in there. We do still have to catch up a bit on the TIF collections from the other jurisdictions that are involved. We got a little bit behind with Kevin's health issue, and so we're catching up on that. But we expect to collect those in 25.
Looking for a motion to approve the 2025 budget.
So moved.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, abstained. Good. 2025 budget is approved. Moving on to the auditing firm, this is Herbine, the same accountants that do the township, and makes sense that we use them. They're in the building. Anyone's for a motion to appoint Herbine and Company for 2025 audit.
Second.
Okay. Voting on approving the appointment of Herbine and Company for 2025. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Abstained? Okay. That appointment is approved. Herbine and Company. I believe they're out of Reading. Is that correct?
That's correct.
We call it Wyomissing, not Reading now? We call it Wyomissing, not Reading, or, okay, that's Wyomissing.
Store. It's why I'm missing. It's Reading.
Berkeley County.
Superb.
Okay, no other business. Is there a motion to adjourn the meeting?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Hearing none. Meeting adjourned. Meetings Monday, April the 7th, 2025.
Yeah, thank you. Okay, thanks. Folks, yep.
Like it's sky blue.
Thanks, gentlemen. Thanks for serving. Thanks, Roger, for being chair of the authority. I'm in East Lampeter. See you guys.
Hey, man.